super satisfying or like really gross to you, but it's gonna take off all of my dead skin.
Oh no, I know what's going to happen with this. This is one of the products that I do not trust. Today we are reacting to Maddie Ziegler's morning skincare routine. I know that her dance moves are amazing, but what about the products that she puts on her face? And for those who don't know or are new here, hello! My name is Cassandra Bankson. I'm in industry and I've been in the expert for over 10 years, and I personally suffered with acne for over 15. I'm an esthetician medical, and although I've worked alongside and with both doctors and dermatologists, I am not a physician myself. That being said, I love anal-learning, scrutin-learning, and learnalizing from different skincare routines, and that's what we're gonna do today.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie Ziegler, and today I'm going to be taking you through my everyday skincare routine and a fun graphic I've been doing recently. First, I'm just going to go in with my cleanser. This is a silver clarifying wash from Sonia Dakar, and I'm just going to lather that over my skin.
I love Sonia Dakar. Sonia Dakar is actually like an old, I would call it like an OG brand, like it was around before the time of internet skincare. And Sonia Dakar has some excellent products that influencers don't shove down our throats, which is kind of nice. They were like one of the first or second brands that I ever found out with that Allure stamp. Do you guys remember that Allure Best of Beauty Awards? I think they got a couple of those. When we take a look at this face wash specifically, it's $59, but for what's in it, I don't actually think that's a horrible thing. When we take a look, it's made for acne-prone skin. It does look like they have probiotics and silver ions and oil control actives. Silver ions can be slightly antibacterial. They are not a replacement for antibiotics, but you know, the research behind them does look promising. And when we specifically look at the ingredients, we also see things such as niacinamide, which is one of those amazing B vitamins for, yes, oil control and regulation. We also have panthenol, so all of the B vitamins. Biotin as well. We do have glycerin, which is nice and soothing. It does look like we have a couple of different plant extracts. None of these are super concerning to me, even for sensitive skin. We do have salicylic acid. There is fragrance, but I am not completely against that, as you hopefully know by now. Very interesting. And again, for the silver, for the probiotics, which is this, you know, lactobacillus ferment. It's just a ferment extract, but still, I would pay $60 for this.
Next, I'm gonna go in with this exfoliator. So this is either gonna be super satisfying or like really gross to you, but it's gonna take off all of my dead skin.
Oh no, I know what's going to happen with this. This is one of the products that I do not trust. It's not gonna hurt you, but it is a very sensorial product. And if you're not using it for the sensorial aspect, it's not a scam, but it's kind of a scam. This is one of those that's going to coagulate up. It's gonna look like dead skin cells. It's going to make her think that, you know, the top layer of her skin has peeled off, when in reality, it's just the product balling up on itself. I have done this with similar products and done it over a glove, and you'll realize that even when no skin is contacting or present, just the way the formula is, it gums up naturally. I hate brands that do this and lie to people, lie to their consumers about how it works. You know, if you want it for the sensorial experience, then fine, but it's kind of like, you ever use the bathroom and like toilet paper gets stuck and you're like trying to get like the pieces of toilet paper just off? It's like that, but on your face. And it's like, why would I want to put that on my face?
Growing up, I've always had really clear skin until about, I want to say 3 years ago. I started heavily breaking out, and now my skin has drastically changed from pretty normal to really sensitive.
She's a sister! I'm not seeing a ton of blemishes on her skin, but that doesn't mean that it's not her lived experience or that she feels them or there's, you know, a filter on these Vogue videos. When we look at this Sonia Dakar 1 minute flash facial, I would say that this is a good one for acne prone skin. The cleanser was also really good for acne prone skin. But again, when we look at those ingredients, we have water, we have alcohol as a main ingredient, which is okay, but this is just going to evaporate off the skin. That's how it dries up and coagulates. The sodium chloride and specifically the carbomer in here is actually what's causing it to gel up. That's just gonna gel up on the skin. Sodium PCA is for oil control. Lactic acid is mildly exfoliating. Resveratrol is wonderful because it's an antioxidant for the skin. Glycerin can be a little bit hydrating. And then there's like fragrance and polysorbate. You know, it's a really decent product ingredient wise. I actually really like this, and for $95, I wouldn't personally buy it. They have other flash facials and like a spot treatment that are really good, but it's just the lying about how this product works by certain marketing companies, and it's not just Sonia Dakar, but it's others too. That's what gets me going.
All of my dead skin has come up. So now it will create a nicer layer for when I put the makeup on.
I'm sure it exfoliates a little bit, but that is not dead skin. All of that is just product gumming up on the face. And if companies didn't lie about that literally in their marketing, I wouldn't be so angry. But before I was ever an influencer or a medical esthetician or an acne expert, I was an acne sufferer. And I was that person who had a telemarketing job, mind you, who was struggling, spending every last penny that I had at Sephora to try to calm down my severe chronic cystic acne. And I was a hurt consumer first. And that's why I really genuinely care about not only this community, but about the lies that marketers and not her, but some celebrities who are launching skincare lines now decide to spread. That's the kind of stuff that really bothers me on an emotional level. And I want you to have the truth so that you can make decisions based on knowledge about what you want to spend your money on and, what you do or don't want to put on your skin.
I'll do it maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Because my skin is so sensitive, I try not to overdo it with my products. Next, I'm gonna go in with this facial essence. I actually picked this product up in Japan. Makeup shopping and skincare shopping is my ultimate heaven, and that's probably my favorite thing to do ever.
Maddie, you and I both. Confessions of a skincare addict. Unite.
So I just take it into my hand. I probably just do about a couple drops. And this is one of those things where you kind of have to press it into your skin to really make sure you get it in there.
SK2 is a very interesting brand, and might I say this is a very overpriced product. I have used it. I don't believe it's cruelty-free. Fun fact, I was actually one of the first influencers they ever gave product to and asked to promote it. And I turned down a sponsorship because I was like, and especially now that I am cruelty-free and vegan, and especially looking into skincare and the patents that they have, it sounded like a souvenir purchase. That's fine if you want to, but don't think that you need to spend this kind of money on a fermented toner or essence to make your face look good. If you want to do a breakdown of what no one else will tell you about that brand, let me know because it does get interesting. It is a good product. It is a fermented product, but I don't believe it is worth all of the money that they charge for it. But they have a patent, so they want to protect their intellectual property, which I understand, and I respect the patent for that choice. I just don't agree with jacking up the price.
Now I'm gonna go in with this acne treatment face oil. So I just do literally just a whole pump, like that.
This acne treatment face oil is from Sunday Riley. Sunday Riley is a brand who behaved badly, and we have an entire video on the issues that they had when it came to literally lying about reviews at Sephora and pushing their employees at the company to do that. Now, there's some new information on that, which is a little bit sus as well, and I'm trying to look into it because I don't want to spread rumors. I'm only here to share facts or things that I have sources for, and right now, I don't have very solid sources, but I'm looking into it. But essentially, at this point, everything that was said in the past is still true. It's just very frustrating, especially that this company and that Sephora as a conglomerate would take advantage of people with acne just to push products. Now, I've also done a second video about Sunday Riley, which you can find either right here or all of these will be linked in the description. Have you ever opened that? There's magical things in that description box. You see where it says read more? Yeah. No, but in there is that second video, and in that second video I talk about products that I potentially could love from brands that I really don't like, aka hate, and this happened to be one of them. The ingredients are excellent. I'm glad it works for her. It's just for me at this point, there's a lot of stuff that went down on the corporate level for that brand that I don't support.
There's no fragrance, it's just a really clean smell, which I love.
$85 for this facial treatment essence. Yeah, no. Even look at the reviews on this. 1 out of 5 stars. No. This product made me break horribly. Can't get my skin to even out now. Will never buy again. Another product with 1 out of 5 stars. Not worth it. I had high hopes, especially with all the hype. I have dry skin and it did nothing to help. I think it made my skin drier. Poor thing. Oh. She says this product has no fragrance, but this is where we get into the great fragrance debate. I don't actually hate fragrance. There's an entire video here as to why everyone's hype over fragrance might not be justified. And like, if we're getting technical when we actually look at the ingredients, there are some very fragrancing ingredients in here. There are a lot of plant extracts that can be seen as fragrances. There's things like limonene, geraniol. These can all be seen as fragrances, and that's pretty much what they are. There's flower leaf extracts, which yes, can add a little bit of help when it comes to antioxidants, but they're basically fragrances. And then, you know, there's some great ingredients in here like salicylic acid for acne, but a lot of the ingredients here come from plant sources or plant extracts. And a lot of people say, oh, I won't touch fragrance. And it's like, well, all of these plant actives are technically a form of fragrance too. So it gets very confusing with cosmetic chemistry. Again, she's not wrong, and this is one of the products that I would love to buy from Sunday Riley if my morals and values weren't so strict on my wallet, which is probably a good thing in retrospect. And I obviously am not blaming her for that, but when we look at the product, it is very interesting kind of how brands do this, and it is very interesting how consumers perceive these things. And again, if you're someone who says, oh, I don't like fragrance, it doesn't work for me, I don't touch it, watch this video first and then make up your mind.
I'm prone to breaking out most on my forehead, but these two little guys decided to show up to the party today. I don't know why. They weren't invited, but they're here anyway.
She's a sister. I feel it. I'm in the same boat. We must be at the same party. I hope we're wearing masks and socially distancing because I know a lot of other TikTokers aren't, but yay for being socially responsible. It's like the bare minimum we could do as human beings, right? But we're both doing it. Yes.
I started doing skincare at such a young age only because I started competitive dancing at the age of 4 or 5. At that age, I was already wearing false lashes, red lips, rhinestones, all of the above. So I had to really make sure I was treating my skin.
I just realized who she is. She's the toddlers and tiara teen mom, the dance mom. Oh my God. I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV. I recognize you. Oh my God. That moment of realization. I can imagine how all of that at such a young age might impact your skin. And I'm so happy that she practices healthy hygiene, and hopefully skincare is self-care. That's so refreshing for me to hear. This is probably why she's using good products and in the right order.
And yeah, I'm super disciplined to having skincare routine. I never forget, even if I'm like ready to go to sleep, I always will make sure I do it before I sleep because I'm dedicated to making my skin as best as it can be. Now that that's kind of absorbed into my skin, I'm gonna move on to my moisturizer. So this product is amazing. You can get it basically anywhere. You can get it at a natural food store. It's the Skin Food, and this honestly is so nice and really good for my sensitive skin. It works really well with me. So I use about that much. I'm very obsessed with moisturizer and keeping my skin hydrated, so maybe I did a little too much, but it's okay because I always take my moisturizer down to my neck and chest.
Excellent tip, and a lot of people don't see us influencers doing that because do you know how hard it is to film your skincare routine on camera and then like not slop water all down yourself? I do my skincare routine in my birthday suit, and you bet that I'm taking care of my neck and my chest as well. I know that James Welsh also does this. I know that some of my other favorite influencers also do this. We've had talks about it, but obviously, you know, getting on YouTube like naked from here down, probably not the best idea. I'm actually not super familiar with this line. I've heard a couple of other people talk about it. This one does say it's for dry and rough skin. I love that it's only $10.60. This is the Skin Food Light Nourishing Cream, a fast absorbing version of their classic with a plant extract formula that quickly absorbs into skin. Again, I'm so happy that she knows skincare and she's using products that work for her. I just see her mentioning that she has sensitive skin, and I would be worried about certain plant extracts in here that might exacerbate sensitive skin conditions. But if it works for her, that's great. This has glycerin, it has sunflower seed oil, it has beeswax, cocoa butter, shea butter, and these are all the Latin names, so I'm glad that I'm able to decipher these: rosemary, chamomile. Lanolin. Lactic acid is my favorite thing in here. We have perfume, linalool, geraniol, citral. So I'm not impressed by this. I'm super happy it works, but it's basic sunflower oil and glycerin and beeswax and cacao seed butter. And I feel like I could find that for less than $18 and it wouldn't have a lot of the extras in there. The lactic acid is my favorite part of it. I wouldn't spend my money on this. I also have more acne prone and oily skin. You know what? But again, if it works for her, that is good. And it says certified natural personal care. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Natural does not mean better. Natural actually has no standardized definition, and I don't know this symbol specifically. This looks like a third-party certification. You know, I'm hoping that it has something to do with environmental protection, resource protection, and, you know, the abolishment of slave labor, but I don't know for sure. And when I see these companies pushing the natural narrative, it just creates more disparity in the skincare world. It creates more consumer confusion, and although I still like some natural products, it's not because they're natural, it's because their ingredients are good. And as far as this one goes, I'm not super impressed at this point. I will have to try it, but today, right here, me no likey.
Okay, now I'm going to move in to this product. This is the Omega oil. It really just helps even out my skin tone. It hydrates it, keeps it from getting too dry. So I'm obsessed. I take about like 2 pumps, just like that.
At first I got super excited because again, I generally like Sonia Dakar's products. This is $124 and it says it's a 100% natural nourishing face oil. Again, with the natural narrative. Now it says it's a facial oil that hydrates. This was interesting to me because oils don't necessarily hydrate, they moisturize. Think of hydration. Hydrate means to add water or add hydration. And oils and waters, what happens when you mix them together? They don't want to hang out, they separate unless there's something that is forcing them to stay together. I want to know what's in here that's actually hydrating the skin. We have flax oil, chamomile oil, lavender oil, rosemary oil, fragrance, omega booster, flaxseed oil, more flower oil, lemongrass oil. Can someone help me understand how this is hydrating? Because I don't see it. I don't get it. It's basically all oils, and you know what? They have some steep claims. They say it's fine for sensitive skin, for eczema, for psoriasis. If anything, things in here like the lavender and the chamomile and the fragrance could potentially irritate those skin types. You know, certain oils, they can protect, you know, if you put, like she did, a moisturizer on underneath, they can kind of seal over the skin. They can provide, you know, omega support with fatty acids, sometimes an antioxidant boost. They can help with scarring in some cases because it's, you know, creating a little bit of protection there. But this is, especially for $124, this is steep. Natural claims, yeah, this is not it for me and I am not understanding. Definitely need to play around with this one, but no, absolutely no. I don't understand.
I just do the same exact thing that I do with my moisturizer. I'm gonna go in with this little guy today, and I'm just gonna kind of start to sculpt my face in kind of like my cheekbone area.
Look at her going from insertion to origin. These gua sha tools are really cool. They are great little facial massage tools. If you want, you can put them in a skincare fridge. They are excellent. The only thing is that you shouldn't be paying ridiculous amounts of money for them. I heard this from someone else. I want to give credit where credit is due, but I can't remember who said it. But essentially, take a rock, put an exotic Chinese name on it, and sell it for 10 times the price. That's what a lot of these jade rollers and gua sha tools are doing. I wouldn't spend more than $30 for a gua sha tool. You want to make sure that it's not made of resin, that it's actually, you know, a stone. Specifically quartz would be the best in my personal opinion. You can put them in a skincare fridge. They are fun if you do want to do a little massage because yes, skincare is self-care, but are they a necessity? Nope, you could very well just use your hands as well to do a little bit of this lymphatic drainage and a little bit of this muscle stimulation, circulation stimulation, and massage. I love watching other people indulge in their self-care routines.
As I'm blending in the omega oil, so I feel like this really helps with circulation and sculpting my face, which I really love.
I'm glad she mentioned this as well. Yes, it's true. Our heart pumps blood throughout our entire body, right? But we also have other fluids in our body, specifically lymphatic fluid. And although we have lymphatic vessels, we don't actually have a pump for the lymphatic fluid, which is why, you know, workouts, moving our muscles, and facials and massage are important. And especially if you have a puffy face in the morning, if you're a side sleeper or a full face sleeper, or if you eat a lot of salt or just foods that cause a little puffiness or bloating, people wake up with that, they don't like it, and they freak out that they have under eye bags or puffy cheeks. A little bit of cryotherapy or a cold skincare tool in the morning, something like this. Even take a cold face mask, put it in the fridge, then put it on your face and then wash it off. Anything like that can help to depuff. And I love that she knows what her products and tools do and how to use them. Like, that's so refreshing.
Now that I look super greasy, no, I'm kidding. Now that I'm like really moisturized, we're just gonna go in with one more, and this is the Drunk Elephant. This is just the C Tango eye cream.
Ooh, do I have some thoughts on Drunk Elephant? Again, she is using some excellent products, and they're all cruelty-free. I'm so happy. The only thing is that, you know, there are some issues with Drunk Elephant that we've spoken about before. I know that many people love this eye cream. It does have excellent ingredients, but you also know how I feel about eye creams, and Drunk Elephant is one of those offenders who takes a moisturizer, puts it in a tiny tube, and charges people 5 times the price. And then the founder goes on Instagram and yells at other people who have reactions to it. If you want to know the details about that, open this up in another tab. Again, that description box is there for you. There's little nuggets of skincare information and education down there. I'm glad that she likes it, but don't think that you need to waste money on an eye cream in order to have a complete skincare routine.
And I feel like also when applying eye cream, I feel like everyone just tends to do under the eyes, but you can't forget about the lid as well.
This is so true. I'm actually so happy that she did this and brought it up, because again, like she said, most people do this, but this entire area of skin could use a little bit of help from now and then. And again, I would recommend using a moisturizer, as long as it's safe for the eye area. Moisturizer, whatever you put on your face will be totally fine here, as long as it doesn't have like major acids, or, you know, as long as it's not something that can be near the eyes. But as long as you don't get it into the eyes, this area could use some moisturization as well. Anything with ceramides, anything with glycerin, anything with caprylic triglyceride will all be excellent up in this area.
Sunscreen. I've noticed I got a little sunspots around here, so it's really important to make sure we're keeping our skin super safe and protected from the sun.
We love socially responsible skincare people knowledge that actually works on protecting us from skin cancer. Sharing information about skin cancer. This is such a refreshing routine. And look, the sunscreen is going in the right step, not before the moisturizer, after the moisturizer. Why is this so refreshing? Also, this Elta MD sunscreen is an amazing one. I've personally used this one as well. Elta MD has some great products. Some of them can kind of pill up on the skin, but I feel like they are a very underhyped brand. This sunscreen is excellent. I believe it has niacinamide in it. Let's just open up the ingredients and actually look. But the fact that she is using a sunscreen, protecting her skin, taking care of herself and her skin safety, oh, this is A+. A+.
It starts off white, but it immediately rubs in clear, which is super important because I don't like to have a white cast.
That is correct, and the reason that this formula does that is because it has zinc oxide, which is a physical filter, and then it also has octinoxate, which is an organic or chemical filter. Now, people like to freak out about chemical/organic sunscreens. I wouldn't freak out about them. The best sunscreen is the sunscreen that you will use. This one, again, I have tried. I don't like sunscreens that sting my acne pimples or burn my eyes. This one is not terrible at that, but it's not completely sting-free for me. But I was right, my memory served me well. This does have your cyclomethicone, which is a really nice slip agent. It does have niacinamide, which is that vitamin B3 that we love. This does have tocopherol acetate, which is our vitamin E. It has a little bit of lactic acid. I'm assuming that is for pH, for stability, or for penetration, or for stability of some of these sunscreen ingredients. We have some phosphates, some copolymers. This is, again, an excellent sunscreen, and especially if you are interested in bridging the gap between an organic sunscreen and like a physical/mineral one, this is the greatest place to do it. Again, they are recommended by the Skin Cancer Foundation for daily use, and I am so happy because it seems like Maddie actually uses this daily. So refreshing.
we're gonna move in to some lips. So this is a lip scrub, and I like to do this pretty frequently. I don't usually have fake nails, so this is really weird. So I'm gonna take the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and this product I can't go anywhere without. So I'm just gonna go in with like that much and just lather this on my lips.
Maddie did not make me Maddie because she and her skincare routine are baddies. Like, this was so refreshing. All of these skincare products were cruelty-free. All of them had excellent formulations. They obviously work well for her skin. She used them in the right order. Like, this is just, this is how we were meant to end the year. This is what we wished 2020 could have been. Some of the brands have interesting backstories. I have left a whole bunch of links. This probably is the video that has the most links to these brand stories. But if you want to hear about some of the skincare story times, they are there for you. And I did leave some steps out of her routine. So if you want to see the whole thing, the entire video is posted on Vogue. Go check it out because she does mention a couple of other things that are interesting too. I also know her from TikTok, and guess who also shares skincare advice on TikTok? I've put my TikTok link as well as hers in the description. And if you also know that SPF is your BFF, go ahead and confirm that by smashing the like button. Always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.